نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today we will be discussing yet another beautiful surah, Surah Al-Tin, which is also known as the fig. In this surah, we will learn the importance of gratitude, humility, and righteousness in the sight of Allah SWT and reflect on the signs of Allah's creation to strive for spiritual growth and moral excellence.
Surah Al-Tin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wat-tini waz-zaytun وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. सूरत التين मक्की सूरत है, इसमें 8 आयत है. والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين. कसम है इंजीर की और जैतून की और सहराए सीना के पहाड़ तूर की और इस अमन और अमान वाले शहर की कि हमने इंसान को बेहतरीन सांचे में ढाल कर पैदा किया, फिर हम उसे पस्ती वालों में सबसे ज़्यादा निचली हालत में कर देते हैं, सिवाय उन लोगों के जो ईमान लाए और उन्होंने नेक अमल किए, तो उनको ऐसा अजर मिलेगा जो कभी ख़त्म नहीं होगा. फिर ए इंसान, वो क्या चीज़ है जो तुझे जज़ा और सज़ा को जुटाने पर आमादा कर रही है? क्या अल्लाह सारे हुक्मरानों से बढ़कर हुक्मरान नहीं है? बेशक अलैहिस्सल्लाहु बिअहकमिल हाकिमीन. Ameen.
Let's begin with the surah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wat-tini waz-zaytun. I swear by the fig and the olive. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala begins by taking oath of the two fruits over here, that is the fig and the olive. Why? What does it show us? The importance of these two fruits. What is meant by fig and olive is about the place where they are found, meaning the land of Shaam, that is the Palestine, the place where many prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala came from. Moving on to the second ayah, Waturi Sinin, and by Tur, the Mount of Sinai. This was the mountain that Prophet Musa AS spoke to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and where the book of Torah was given to him, which signifies the importance of divine revelation. Moving on to the third ayah, وَهَذَا الْبَلَدِ الْأَمِينَ, and by this peaceful city. This peaceful city refers to Makkah, the city where Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was given prophethood, and the city is described as peaceful city, which means whoever enters it is safe. So in these ayah, Allah talks about the 3 sacred places. Which are they? Shaam, place where Isa a.s. was given prophethood. The Mount Sinai, where Musa a.s. was given prophethood, and the city of Makkah, where Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was given prophethood. These 3 places are sacred. Why? because of Allah SWT special honor and gift of guidance granted over there. Moving on to the fourth ayah. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. We have created man in the best composition. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created human beings in the best form and shape. If you compare the human body to animal body, which one is better? We are not too big nor too small. We can climb, we can stand, we can swim. And the brain Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. We have feelings, emotions, empathy. So Allah preferred us human beings over the rest of His creations. But then what happened? ثُمَّ رَدَدْنَاهُ أَسْفَلَ سَافِلِينَ. Then we turned him into the lowest of the low. Every man or woman has the best composition of his or her physical structure in earlier phase of their life. But as soon as they approach old age, they start losing their beauty and strength until they reach the lowest stage of weakness. Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave man the most dignified able body, and when we use this body to disobey Allah, we are bringing ourselves to the lowest of the low. Moving on to the sixth ayah. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ فَلَهُمْ أَجْرٌ غَيْرُ مَمْنُونٍ. Except those who believed and did righteous deeds, because for them there is a reward never ending. So those who have faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and perform righteous deeds, they will be rewarded with a great reward, meaning for them is endless rewards. Seventh ayah. فَمَا يُكَذِّبُكَ بَعْدُ بِالدِّينِ. So what can make you after all this to deny the requital? In this ayah, Allah is asking about that which causes people to deny the final judgment. It is a fact that many of the worst criminals are not caught or punished in this life. Likewise, many God-fearing people who do their best in this life are not rewarded. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will surely hand out exact justice to His creatures in the end. Let's see the last ayah. أَلَيْسَ اللَّهُ بِأَحْكَمِ الْحَاكِمِينَ. Is Allah not the greatest ruler of all the rulers? This ayah is a question that highlights the perfection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's judgment and His ultimate wisdom as the supreme judge. This means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is indeed the best of judges who does not do any injustice to anyone. It is in absolute justice that He will establish the day of judgment, and He will then reward the good people and punish the evil ones. So some of the important lessons that we learn from this surah is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us guidance through prophets and books. Allah created us in the best form. Those who follow His guidance will be successful, and those who do not will be the lowest of the low. Yawm al-Qiyamah, that is the day of judgment, will happen, and Allah's just will prevail. So the question for today is, which are the 3 sacred places mentioned in this surah, and who are the prophets Allah has sent, and what books did they bring? You can either send in a text or an audio. Until we meet next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.